Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a GameReplays.org HoNcast, which is kind of a trademark word, I think. So we're going to say it's a HoN Gamecast. This is the CSN Opening Tournament Round 1 second game between DRD and The Yard. I am Four Court Jester. With me, of course, is Minoxen. How are you doing, man?
Doing good. Glad to be here again.
It's always great to have you on the Jester Vision. But no, I mean, you're the only one around. You're casting with me. Double thumbs up from me, dude.
So you're casting with me because I'm the only one here, though.
Well, you also said yes, so yeah. Oh man, this lobby chat is so hilarious. Anyways, let's go over the bands. Let's do that quick.
All right. Well, with the bands here, we have Kronos, of course, coming out, Plague Rider, Engineer, Beastwood, Flint Beastwood, as it were, and Nymphora and Vindicator. And I guess they didn't want to see a return of the mighty fail Nymphora's Zeal Stun and the Vindicator Silence.
Well, hey, they were scary. Don't worry. Yeah. But yeah, so they're all banned. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try navigating all this lobby chat. So who knows? Okay, whatever. They're doing the picks. Let's go over this. Soul Stealer picked up, not banned, but that's fun. So King Raven taking that Soul Stealer, readied up, no problem. So he is going to be doing that. Answer, here we go. Glacius, the ever-present Glacius, the great support hero that he is, with a Slither. So I think Slither was not really much of a carry role last game. He was played support, but of course the other team had him, so we'll see how they go. But of course, Slither Ultimate, Glacius Mana Regen, very synergetic. I like it. Glacius overall is a great pick. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that was definitely a good pickup when they got the opportunity. Soul Stealer got picked up first there for DRD, but a good callback is taking that Glacius up to make sure that they don't get that into their lineup. But yeah, definitely good. They did go ahead and decide to ban some support this time instead of going all carry. And I don't even think that Glacius was banned last time, but we didn't see him.
Nope, just wasn't in the lineup. So I mean, not every game needs a Glacius. It's always refreshing not to see him, but he is kind of that overpowered support hero. I mean, 2 slows, global mana regen, and even if you can get off his ult, I mean that's a lot of damage. It's random, but it's still a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so fun. All right, so Andromeda Swiftblade has been picked up. Andromeda is always very indicative of a tri-lane. So we might see a roaming Andro to help out with tri-lanes. We might just see her in, whatever lane. But a Swiftblade is definitely a nice pickup for a tri-lane hero, getting off, some great massive last hits with a nice hatchet, or just spinning to victory. Spin, spin, spin. Yep. There's a quote from Simpsons that now eludes me, so I'm not going to do it. And now we have a Voodoo Jester, Moon Queen. Moon Queen! Have not seen her in the top tier in a while.
Yeah, the last time I've seen Moon Queen picked up was Yoda, of course, playing on Moon Queen, and Yoda being pretty skilled with that Moon Queen as well. But yeah, it's a little bit of an odder pick to see here, but definitely a good hard carry if she can manage to, stay alive, given that she is so terribly squishy.
Low range, but that kind of makes up for it with a multi-bounce. But yeah, at the same time, very squishy, very easy to pick on. You think she might be going mid?
Given who they have currently, yeah, she would make the best obvious choice to go middle there, I would think.
Mid or tri-lane? Yeah. No, I take that back. I don't see a tri-lane really there. Voodoo Jester, Slither, Glacius. Really, if you want to do the tri-lane, you take the 2 support, and then you leave 2 people to go solo. But who would solo in that? Because they only have the 1 carry. So yeah, maybe I'm not going to go with a tri-lane on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they would end up lining up with that there. The only thing I could see maybe as a tri-lane would be like Voodoo and Glacius with Moon Queen, and then Slither trying to pull off that more semi-carry type role, getting some solo farm. But not too popular of a choice generally to get him as that semi-carry, but we'll have to see what they decide here.
Yeah, it'll come down to, as I said, that professional preference of how people like to play. Like, for example, Dilated Dream Team captain, Dilated Mind, I have seen him absolutely dominate teams, like 1v5 even, with a Slither in a carry role. So it is definitely possible. It just really depends on how you like to do it. Who is the last pickup here? We have a Witch Slayer Soul Reaper. So Witch Slayer Andromeda is definitely a known tri-lane. I mean, the graveyard, not the miniaturization, is it miniaturization with Witch Slayer? No.
Yeah, I think it's miniaturization with him, and then the Aurora from Andromeda
Wow,
and Comet.
brain fart. Jesus. I mean, it's almost 11 p.m. I blame that. Plus, I've been drinking, so. All right, yeah. So Andromeda Witch Slayer is probably my pick there for a Swift Blade there on the Legion. So I'll say that's going to go down bottom in that long lane because you have the creep support behind you that you can always pull off. Soul Steer going mid. That would leave a Soul Reaper up top. What do you think of that?
That's what I would peg. I mean, Soul Stealer, his obvious choice is going to be their middle, and you see Soul Reaper go middle quite a bit there. But given that Soul Stealer's on their squad, they're going to put him middle, and Soul Reaper's going to go off by himself, and you're going to have that Swift Blade being babysat and be able to land those awesome spins there with the aid of Witch Slayer and Andromeda. And who do we have? Oh, Balfagor getting picked up for the Hellborn. Awesome. I have been wanting to see some Balfagor here. Hopefully they do him justice.
Hell on New Earth. So, that being said, I'm going to really amend here. Balfagor is most likely going there with a Voodoo Jester, simply because you can get off those stuns, you can get off those heals. Would have been better, I think, with a Demented Shaman, but hey, beggars can't be choosers at this point. That will probably put a Moon Queen mid, but really have to say Slithers should be in a very semi-carry role here. That's how I see it.
Yeah, and hopefully they don't end up getting that Balfagor and his teammate there to end up going against that Trilane, because that I think would just be disaster for him. The last time I did get to see him played in a semi-competitive match, even he did not get to go anywhere because he is melee, and if he can't manage to get that farm up, then Balfagor is a his ultimate, of course, is always nice, but Balfagor with farm is like 10 times better.
Yeah, he can get so very tanky so very quickly into the game that, I don't know, in that aspect I would like to see him in the tri lane, like go against it because he's so hard to kill, but at the same time, I mean, that's a lot to disable, and Swift Blade's Blade Frenzy is, going to rip right through any kind of armor he has because it's all magic damage, so. Yeah, maybe we don't want to see him there.
Yeah, I've definitely been. Of course, I would say that Balfagor is my favorite hero. Just his general appearance and moves and everything, and I always look forward to being able to see him played competitively. And he is a good option for competitive play. I would say. Everyone talks about how powerful his ultimate can be, and his just pushing power in general with the those minions that he can summon. Just having a good strong capability there, and we have four of the Hellborn. Five, make that five here. Waiting at this top rune, hoping to be able to land something here. On looks like Soul Stealer going to get caught. Maybe he's doing a little AFK action. Uh-oh. And we have the Balfagor barf landing all over poor Soul Stealer. He is going to go down. That's what you get for going AFK at the rune, kids. You do not want to do that.
The rune hasn't even spawned. It's negative 15 seconds into the game. Okay, no word of the lie, that is taking the fastest Bloodlust I have ever seen. I would not be too surprised to see him actually disconnect at this point, but no, he's actually moved. So, yeah, he was actually fully there and just did not react whatsoever, so I don't even know how to put
I don't
that.
know if he was there or, if he's spitting out soda as he's coming back to his seat, just waiting for the opportunity. But he did seem to react there, but it was way too late. So poor Soul Stealer, not getting to line his pockets with a rune.
Indeed. Alright, so with all this, let's go over the lane combos. So, oh, look at that. Smackdown coming back. And that's a reverse kill. So, Witch Slayer, Swift Blade. There's no tri-lane with Andromeda here. But, I mean, that it doesn't really matter. Graveyard went off. I believe the the Blade Frenzy. No, it's right. Blade Frenzy. Yeah, so that definitely was a reverse kill there. That's the fastest second kill I think I've ever seen.
Definitely a little bit of early exchanging going on here. And we do have this Soul Reaper top getting caught here. He's going to be ran down by Moon Queen and Glacius of all people. But yeah, he is going to go ahead and pop that heal pot, and he's going to try and loop back around here and turn the tables on this Glacius if at all possible. Auto attack coming out. One more is all it's going to take. Are they going to get visioned in time here? Yes, no. They're going to go ahead and use the Comet instead of relying on the auto attack. I'm not sure which range is greater, but the Comet coming off to go ahead and finish him off as he desperately tries to make his way out.
500 to 400, the Comet definitely wins. But, yeah, a little bit of overkill, but hey, if you're not in range, you need the kill. Sure, why not? 2-1 early lead now taken after that Soul Stealer blunder. It'd be funny if that was the only kill they were able to get, like an AFK Soul Stealer. Actually, no, that wouldn't be funny. That'd be sad. But, Alright, so, yeah, we did not have that tri-lane as we kind of predicted, or, well, maybe as I hoped, but at the same time, it was good that we didn't have that tri-lane, because Andromeda came up here to save that Soul Reaper. I would like to point out, though, that in Invis, Glacius body blocking you between a Moon Queen and, of course, his own slows, that is a very hard situation to go through, so running right to his teammate, got off just the perfect timing, and really props to that. That was props.
Oh yeah, and I'd also like to note the awesome ward placement here from DRD's Rice, the Ward of Revelation, knowing that they were going to be throwing a ward to keep vision of the forest there, but it's blocked by this tree. It looks like, so they're going to have some sort of aerial assistance in being able to spot that guy.
Huh. I think you're totally correct there. That tree. Otherwise, why would they leave it alive? So.
Yeah, he was standing there long enough. He could have hit it. He did dance around a little bit, so I don't think that he saw it.
All right. Well, roaming Andromeda seems to be the name of the game, but this Slither is just too far back. Commented to the face. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Solstier was in any position to capitalize on that. And as we say all that, that swift spin actually did not go down. So it looks like Witch Slayer went down to the combo of Voodoo Jester and Balfagor. Balfagor now trying to take revenge a little bit here on the Swiftblade. But really, you can't go on the Balfagor this early because he is so tanky. Like, spitting out those corpses, regurgitating even. I mean, it's all disgusting, but at the same time, I mean, he is very hard to take down early game. So instead, they went in on the Voodoo Jester, which is really the right choice.
Yeah, well, they did. The initiation actually came from Voodoo Jester there, and he landed his oh, what is it called? Curse Ground, not Maledict. But yeah, landed his Curse Ground. But of course, it's not going to be doing any real damage at level 1. But the Balfagor Barf, as I like to call it, Regurgitate, landing there and just totally DPSing him down. And then Swiftblade went off with the spin right before Voodoo was able to get out of there and went ahead and took Voodoo down. And now we have a cast coming off on Swiftblade. A beautiful counter, though, as he goes ahead and uses his Blade Frenzy to dodge it. And now he's going to catch this Voodoo Jester again. But now Swiftblade's getting barfed all over. He's going to run out of here, try and clean himself off. And yeah, Balfagor's not going to be able to catch him. The Maledict's not going to do any damage. Oh, that is just one lucky Swiftblade there, not catching just a little bit more damage. If a creep or a catapult had just decided to shoot him once, that would have been GG for poor Swifty.
Nope, I mean, this is great teamwork coming out of here, out of DRD, which is very indicative. I mean, they are a really good team, all trash-talking during games aside, but Witch Slayer was actually body blocking there for Swiftblade. I mean, Balfagor does not have Demonic Pathogen. He has no range attack whatsoever. Looks like Slither went down in the mid to Soul Stealer, and actually, but while all that was happening up top, Soul Reaper and Andromeda did go down to the Glacius Moon Queen combo. This is the weakness, of course, of Andromeda, that small attack range. So without that Comet and without boots, really she can't actually even auto-attack people that are running away. So that was kind of a blunder on their part. They focused down Glacius too much. He was able to get away. Moon Queen just got a lot of free shots in. So all that happened while you were down south. But again, I mean, this is twice now we've seen body blocking coming into effect and actually saving teammates. Once for the Yard and once for DRD. And I mean, it's just great sacrifice on their part, and it's great teamwork, and look at the result. People are living.
And bottom, we have the Cursed Ground landing on Witch Slayer there, but Balfagor having to turn around as Swiftblade charges in yet again. Oh, he's going to pick off Voodoo Jester, landing another Smackdown. I think that's the third Smackdown this game on the same Voodoo Jester, so just no luck whatsoever there from him. They do keep trying to initiate on this Witch Slayer, but, with Swiftblade there to back him up every single time, he lands that Blade Frenzy and just forces them to retreat, and unfortunately they can't get away. And Slither eating the Demon Hands here from Soul Stealer middle is just not faring well whatsoever. I don't think that's a really good fair matchup. Soul Stealer is easily going to take that over Slither.
Well, as we said, I mean, it looks like they're trying to play him in at least a semi-carry kind of role. We'll have to see how it goes, but no, it's a terrible matchup against a Soul Stealer, at least IMO. Looking at the skill build, 2 toxicity, 3 poison sprays, so he's trying to go that max damage, max slow, but I mean, so far it hasn't worked out for him. To be fair, he did get ganked, just kind of like ganked down south on the Swiftblade. Using his Blade Frenzy, got out of that, even picking up a kill. Let's go for a double. No, he's going to try running away. He already has his boots, 6 minutes in, so that is a good sign of a farmed Swiftblade, but I don't really think there's any escape for them here. Down he goes, almost taking Balfagor, and of course, the double kill with Moon Queen. Moon Queen picked that up? No. Who picked that up? Ken.
Yeah, Moon Queen got one of them,
Okay, yeah. Nah, the
and then Balfour got Swifty.
wow.